People laughing and making comments and saying, what on earth was that? What did I just see?
They are behind you 5 meters when you don't hear them.
I could feel the hate at the bus stop.
I definitely felt the eyes on me.
They treated me no differently. Interestingly, they referred to me as sir.
It's kind of like it's you against everyone.
Somebody dressing in the way that they feel most comfortable is more than just putting on some clothes. It's about expression of identity.
Breaking down my own preconceptions as well as others, perhaps.
Sort of understand maybe what some people go through.
So I got into the dress, it was strange, no, it's fine.
A little nervous.
Slightly anxious.
Nervous because you don't know how people will react.
I think there's going to be a lot of preconceptions, but most people will probably keep it to themselves.
Kind of an understanding of what to expect from public reactions. That still makes me a little bit nervous though.
But now I have to go out there and those people are not my friends.
No one wants to feel that they're being hated for it.
I expect people to laugh at me.
If it is a couple of double takes, a couple of long looks, then it won't be out of my experience growing up in the 70s and 80s in this country.
I would like some flattery, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be a lot of double takes, and especially with the beard.
If it's more than that, then it may make me feel more uncomfortable.
I'm just going to try and act that this is just another typical Saturday for me and just try to ignore the fact that I'm wearing a dress and makeup.
Our main focus in Colombo, UK is to promote diversity. We want to challenge the way people think, make them think differently. They're going to do very normal, everyday tasks. In the project we would like to see the reactions of the public.
I hope for no abuse and I really hope I can handle it.
If I'm comfortable like this, it shouldn't matter what other people think, and if they're going to try and make me feel bad for it, it's going to be horrible.
I felt very self-conscious. I don't perceive myself wearing those sorts of clothes, and I was naturally uncomfortable with that.
It started uneasy, but then I started focusing on you and me talking, and then it was like, yeah, it's just my normal day.
Curiosity, followed by maybe a little bit of discomfort, and then people would typically look away.
Definitely felt the eyes on me.
People laughing and making comments and saying, what on earth was that? What did I just see? And that sort of thing.
There were definitely times, especially when I was, say, outside of Oxfam, when there were a group of youngsters, it was a source of amusement for them.
A couple of people I saw definitely were very uncomfortable with me.
Having that barrage of, or feeling the eyes on you all the time. You're very conscious of it.
I could feel the hate at the bus stop when you just know someone's staring directly at you and they're not liking what they're seeing. I could feel that.
For a very short period of time, it's fine. Okay, it wasn't that negative, but if that was my everyday experience, that would build up quite quickly and be pretty wary.
I was standing next to this guy. And he said, there was nothing strange about him. Are you sure they didn't have heavy makeup? No, skirt, no. So he ignored it. Now that pissed me off.
However, when we were in one of the shops and we were purchasing something, I asked a couple of sales assistants for help, and they treated me no differently. Interestingly, they referred to me as sir.
So the public in general is better than I expected.
It didn't feel aggressive and it didn't make me feel exceptionally uncomfortable.
It was positive, but could have gone very negative very easily.
I think it's a lot more covert, it's not as visible to the person in question.
When I was observing, I've heard bad comments, but if I would dress as a woman, I wouldn't get these. But they are there, it's just they are behind you 5 meters when you don't hear them.
I knew that there would be even more as soon as they passed me.
I guess in some circumstances you would get that in your face.
Especially the older generation feel very uncomfortable, and they typically have the strongest reactions and probably the most visible.
Some of the young people were laughing, so obviously they find it a bit funny. Some people that I actually spoke to when I was observing were fine with it. You know, they were saying that's that person's choice. That's absolutely fine. But with the older generation, it's probably because it's a generation gap, they're not used to it, they really, really didn't like it.
I expected to be ridiculed, but it was just kids occasionally, and kids you expect to laugh at stuff.
I'll say singled out. It's kind of like it's you against everyone when you know everyone is looking at you and judging and discriminating against you. You don't feel welcome. You don't want to be in that place.
You just close them out.
I did feel under scrutiny and definitely uncomfortable. The reactions I saw from people made that cumulatively worse.
For me, like going into that coffee shop, to be there in a dress and have people staring at you and probably judging, that was a big experience.
It gives me a bit more of an impression of what that emotional barrier might be.
We walked a mile in someone else's shoes literally today.
It gave me something of an inkling.
It gives a certain degree of what it might be like.
Kind of giving me a better understanding of how the transgender community might feel.
We only did it for half an hour each, just walking around one market square.
We had multiple safety nets. We had the rest of the group around us. We had the knowledge in the back of our head that there'll be a period of time when this stops, and then after that we can go back to wearing our previous clothing.
It's probably made me more accepting.
I think that if more people did that, and more people would then share their experience, then it's like dropping a pebble in a pond and watching the ripples.
There's nothing wrong with dressing the way you want to dress, and it should be like that. And I think the majority of the people could just accept it.